Hello and welcome to our channel. We're Jojo and Scott. We live in the Highlands of Scotland. In August last year, we took on a big challenge. We bought a bright yellow van ready to turn into a camper. It's been a much bigger job than we expected, from ripping out the filthy interior, scrubbing away at the grime, to finding some nasty surprises. It's been a hell of a ride, with loads of ups and downs. We'd love for you to join us on this journey as we take a filthy ex-fleet vehicle, strip it back to the basics, and build up a tiny home on wheels. Thank you so much for watching. So we started a few weeks ago working on the toilet, and then we realised that we didn't have one tiny little 90-degree bend that we need. It's a tiny piece of plumbing, but without it the whole system doesn't work. And we actually ordered it. When did we order it?
Oh, months ago.
Months ago. And on the order form it says you've paid for it, it's been dispatched, it's been delivered, but it's absolutely not been delivered. So we went and emailed the company and they've disappeared off the face of the planet. So we had to order a second one. They're not very expensive, but it's still a pain.
Yeah. It's funny when you look at the tracking information, it just says arrived at depot.
And then where's it gone? Maybe somebody at the depot has a composting toilet that they needed that bit for.
Oh, maybe. That makes sense.
So we had to order a new bit and wait for that to arrive. So that's why we abandoned the composting toilet. But, yep, things are getting on.
Let's make a composting toilet.
So this is how far we've gotten. We've got the start of a box.
I have a composting toilet urine diverter. Is that what you call it? One of these. We have put a plug hole in this thing. It doesn't come with a plug hole, it's just like a spout, so you could like Jubilee clip a pipe on. We decided we want to go for an actual plumbing fitting, so got this. This doohickey will sit here. We will then have a toilet seat over the top of it, and then we'll have a nice wooden lid over the top of all of this. It should look good.
Yeah, so it's not obviously a toilet in the middle of the van.
It will look more like a little seat.
Yeah.
With a cushion on it, hopefully. So, from this thing, we will connect up the 90-degree bend that took ages to come, or that we had to replace. Little rubber converter to go from this size, I think it's 22mm, to this 32mm. And then we've got another rubber upsizer to go from 32 to 40mm, which, anyway, the waste pipe in the floor is 40mm, so we have to get the sizes up to 40mm eventually. So this thing will connect to this thing, which will have this involved in it. This will stop fluids flowing back up the pipe.
Very important in a toilet.
Which will then connect to a Y branch, so that we can also connect the sink drainage into the drainage.
So that's the plumbing idea, and then otherwise the box will have a bucket in the back for poop with composting bags, and then you just fill that with, I don't know, peat moss, coconut husk.
We'll put a door on the side here so we can get into everything in here.
And clean it out.
And I think that's kind of it. It's a fairly simple design, not a lot to it.
I think the most important thing is we're going to make sure that the interior of that's pretty well sealed up.
Yeah.
So that no smells can get out of there.
So we will prime the wood, we'll paint it with probably gloss paint to try and seal it up. We'll also go around the edges with Sikaflex so that it's pretty sealed up. The lid will have some kind of rubber seal around the edge, again, to try and seal it. Any other kind of design features?
Does anybody have any questions, or can we crack
Yeah.
on?
If anyone is noticing us doing something gloriously dumb here, by the way, please tell us. We want to know. We don't know what we're doing here. We're kind of just learning as we go. Please let us know if we're doing something stupid.
Well, that's the theory behind it anyway. Let's get going.
Here it comes to that. Okay.
That's
where we're going to chop it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Jinx. We're back with a chopped bit.
Burp.
Burp. One chopped bit. Overhangs a little on this side, but that's pretty good.
You know what it does need?
It needs a big hole in it.
It does need a big hole in it.
For this. I think that's next. Just needs a little bit of
A
tweaking.
little bit of adjustment.
But that's-
Always cut too small.
Yeah.
Then you can widen it. Attempt number 5.
5 is it? Jeez, I've lost count.
Oh, I don't know actually.
That's nearly there.
Pretty snugly.
Oh gosh, just tiny little bits pushing it up.
It's just still not quite meeting it, is it?
Really close though.
Getting there.
And done.
Done and done. Look at that.
Next, I think we're working on connecting up the urine diverter to the waste tank. So, yeah, going to connect up to this pipe. So, yeah, this is our first bit of plumbing. I made a mistake when I was laying this subfloor board. I was just a little off when I drilled this hole. So I'm gonna take a hacksaw blade, not a hacksaw blade, a jigsaw blade in this funny blade handle thing that I found. Really handy for basically
Oh.
manual jigsawing.
You know who's gonna love that?
Who?
Your friend David.
Oh gosh, yeah. I had my friend David say that I was winding him up with using the manual drill. So manual jigsaw, David. Got it. Manual jigsaw for the win. I don't need power tools. You're in bit. Converter thingy.
That's snugly.
I hope. I really hope. Worst comes to worst, I can take the brass ring off because the thing's Sikaflex in place. It's called push fit for a reason. Get on.
Do you want me to try? Can I try?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see what's going on here.
That was good. Now, we need this next up converter.
So that goes on like that, like that.
Like that.
I think they're supposed to be quite tight fitting for a reason.
Probably. Something about sealing water, I don't know. Pee not dripping everywhere.
Pretty secure. L pipe, triple converter,
Trip converted.
and
Okay.
then P trap on here.
Yeah, the membrane thingy. Make sure it's on the right way. I don't think it... Oh, it is. Sorry, my bad. That's a P thing.
Sure, it's not just going to pool in there.
No, I'm not sure. Not sure about anything. It's upside down. If you can rotate that bit 180. so that the bulge is to the top side. I think we can get somewhere with that, with a bit of luck. Oh, there we go. That's going into the waste tank underneath. I think we'll have compost and toilet going in there, sink going in there. We're going to need a hole in the wall right here. That's what's up next. Continuing with the non-power tool theme, going for another manual drill. We are drilling the hole that goes from the urine diverter to the waste tank. Need a hole for it.
You drilled a pilot hole already?
Yep. We have a pilot hole. It seems to match up. And it's just time to try it and see. Hello.
There we go. And this side.
Fits like a glove.
There it is. Like a round glove.
Yeah.
So now we just have to connect it to that.
Going to connect it to here, like that.
Well,
We have a 90-degree bit for this, so it shouldn't be a problem. The conclusion we've come to with the plumbing is that we need another plumbing piece. We thought we had the right bits, but we don't. We need a 90-degree push-fit connection.
So with like the 5 different converters that we have on this thing, the issue being that we need push fit to push fit and push fit to push fit, and we only have 3 push fits, not 4.
We have 90-degree bends, but it's push fit to compression, which is just a pain in the butt.
So just no matter how prepared we are, I mean, we've spent weeks planning this out and ordering all the pieces.
Yeah, we even like pre-assembled it, but to be fair, the plans did change slightly.
Well, the problem is that it's one thing to put it together in the house, it's another thing to put it together in the van with everything built. It doesn't quite fit.
It's true.
So
What can you do?
well, fixing the lid on the toilet box with brackets.
Yes, we're putting one of these brackets, or actually we're going to put a few of these brackets on the underside of this thing. And then we'll start working on the lid. Close-ups not required.
Sorry. Oh, hey.
Absolute trash.
You love it.
I was fed up lying there.
A big parcel's just arrived. This was ordered on... When was this ordered?
We ordered this at the beginning of February and it is now...
Mid-May.
This is mid-May.
Yeah.
We've finally got our fridge.
This has been stopping us from doing a lot of the building inside because we need to know how big this is.
Yeah, we need
Frame
to
out the kitchen.
Yeah, part of the kitchen counter has to get framed out in accordance to the dimensions of this fridge. So we've kind of built it in a way that we can come back to it later and build the rest of it. But now we've got it, so we can set it in the space and build everything else around it. Oh, it's...
So let's see what it looks like. Come on.
This was a bit of a surprise delivery.
Yeesh, it's a lot bigger than I expected.
Yeah, big.
My goodness. Can you lift it? I wouldn't... So careful. Oh my goodness! Ah.
It's much lighter than I expected. It's not like picking up an indoor fridge. This thing is very light.
It's huge! See, I've been like stressed the whole time. I thought we'd ordered one of those tiny little ones. And I was like, we're going to have to cut back on our eating.
Gosh, this is big.
We might have gone a bit overboard with the fridge.
Luckily, we did look up the dimensions of this thing and kind of
I mean,
fill more than
built,
enough room.
We've built for it, but I didn't expect it to take up this much space.
Yeah, this is... Oh, that thing looks really nice. Look at that. That's nice. It's really nice. Wow.
It's madness.
We knew we were getting a relatively large fridge, but look at all the space in there. My gosh. How does that open? Icebox too. Gosh.
I mean,
I can't remember what model this is. We'll have to look at the box. Just found the manual for the fridge inside the fridge. The model is a CRE0080 Dometic. It's the 80 model, the bigger one. We have finished building all the furniture, and now we're on to painting. For that, we will do some wood filling so that we get a nice paint finish. Before we do that, we'll show you all of the stuff that we've built into the place. So the first feature that we've managed to finish up here is the toilet. We did start working on this in earlier videos and we got stopped by the plumbing, but we have managed to get this together. It's a working separating toilet now. The plug hole is plumbed in to the wastewater tank. Aha! And got a side door to let us in to clean the toilet out and empty the poop. There will be a big bucket in there. Next, we have finished the unit. By the way, I will say, we know we still need to do cupboard doors and drawer fronts, but that's coming up later. For now, it's all of the stuff that's sort of fixed in place. So yeah, the fridge will go in here. This is the sink will be here, so this is the under sink cupboard. Moving on to the cooker and pantry area. Firstly, the cooker unit, ready for a worktop and cooker to get stuck in there. We have our pull-out pantry drawers, all on soft close runners. We have a hanging wardrobe with a hanging bar. Yeah, a hanging rail there. Then we have, come here you, a pull-out mirror, because it's what Jojo wants. We have our sock drawers, and this space will just be a little cupboard door, and we're going to keep the side of it open so that we can get longer things in from the back under here. We have our overhead cupboard space. That's where we'll keep some clothes. Kitchen overhead space. And then the parcel shelf. The left side there is a socket outlet. So now we're going to use wood filler to fill in all of these little screw heads and things that just make it look a bit less tidy. Like the joins in the wood, that's going to get filled. So it looks like one nice continuous surface. That. So we're going to wood fill it now, and then we'll leave this stuff to set overnight. We'll come back, sand it down, and then we're painting. I do have little plastic scrapers, but I have no idea where they went. So it's the big scraper, a bit of plywood and cardboard. All you need. It's the next day and all of the wood filler has dried up. So now we're going to sand this stuff so that it's nice and smooth. And then we're on to painting. The wood filler's sanded down now, and we're on to priming all the wood.
Ready for painting.
Yeah, I suppose that's kind of his painting, but yeah.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free.
So the primer's now dried, and we're on to the main coat of paint, the real paint, the paint paint. This is the primer paint here. It's very patchy. And over here is Jojo painting the real paint. Immediately, the actual paint looks so much better.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free.
We're almost done. This little board, back of the door here. That's very awesome.
So the van's painted! We're really excited because it finally looks like furniture rather than just sticks of wood. So we've painted all the upper cabinets, these ones, and the front faces of the lower cabinets, as well as the cooker housing. And some of the toilet box.